Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Sympathy Kiss about to start our new route, so let's just jump right in. So we're going to use the same name, yes, you know the deal. Going to say the same thing I always do. We probably should have made a save after the book. We're not going to do that. It really does do 2 seconds, though, but... I'm like a broken record. No, don't play the theme song! Forgot what button to push. Oh my god. But anyway, we're starting Higa's route, in case you forgot from like 2 days ago for you and like 4 or 5, or maybe a week ago for me. Well, I was behind on, I'm a little bit behind right now because my mom is here. So, you know that. We never say anything, but I appreciate your concern. Hey, Liquor Daddy, you're next. And then the game's over. Wow. We're getting down there. Gotta figure out what the fuck to play. Good morning. I'm not sure what our net. Anyway, we're chatting with our boss babe. Oh, hi, boss babe. I love you. Still. Damn. I miss our boss babe. And now we're gonna go date Higa. I gotta be honest. Nobody at Tempesty is really impressing me. You know what I mean? Higa's route's probably going to be fucking amazing because I'm just like, I really expect nothing from you. Like, and when you give me nothing, I'm still going to be disappointed, but I still expect it? Oh, Nori. We never saw anything of you, and yet the little things we saw of you were so entertaining and we loved you. I'm like, but Higa is like, why are you a love interest? I don't get it. Go along with what he says because we have to get into Nori's route somehow, which is really weird. And now we're in Nori's route, which I know seems weird, but we're getting there. What do you want, Bird? I can't pet you right now. Besides, you're mean when I pet you. He's nasty boy. I need my hands to control the remote, though, because now I only got one. And we still get in bed with Nori. Interesting. I mean, to be fair, he just slept with us. We didn't, like, sleep with him, you know what I mean? But, like, okay, so this time we buy food first. Not wanting the hassle of making 2 trips, I decided to head to the supermarket now. Because before we went home, which means we didn't pass by Higa and fall in love with him and then jump skip over to his route. I gotta be honest, I don't hate the route hopping. I think that's kind of interesting. You know, where it's like you're starting down a route, but it's weird that we start down Nor and then we're gonna kick his ass out. Like, you know, especially after we just dated him, it feels sad, but... On my way there, I passed a playground filled with the joyful laughter of children playing. What do you want to do next? I want to play in the swings. I practice so I can swing while I'm standing up. And the thing is for a minute, it's like, are we going to do the whole like we were childhood? No, wait, that was Yoshioka's route, so we can't do that again. Whoa, seriously? You got to show me how. Okay, watch how I do it. That little exchange made me smile. Now we're just a creeper watching kids. Looking toward the sandbox, I saw a little boy playing all by himself. Oh my god, the kid's got a sprite. This better not be Higa's kid. We're not getting involved with a man with a kid, are we? Oh, no. No. Nope, hate this. You know I don't like them when they force babies on me. I don't want to fucking be dating no dad. Oh. Unless we're playing Dream Daddy, then that's okay, because that's the whole point. But then I'm also playing as a dad. Dating hot dads. Like, that's totally different. You know what I mean? But, like, I did not sign up for this. Oh, the disappointment's already... Higa, you're just... I was already expecting nothing from you, and you've made it worse. Let's go back to just give me nothing. Ugh. He didn't speak to anyone. He just dug a hole in the sand, deeper and deeper. They got the same color hair, so... And he's got a... Oh, damn it. Concerned not at me, but I brushed it aside. Perhaps he just liked to play alone. I walked past the park, trying to convince myself that was the case. Also, an adult woman talking to a strange child. Don't do that. I know we're just being nice, but, like, if you, like... It's weird, you're just a random lady. See? They got the same hair. They even have this... Oh, God, it's this fucking kid, isn't it? I think it's funny because if you had decided, like, you were playing this blind and you're like, oh, we're in Nori's route. Okay, let me buy food first, you know? And then you're like, wait, what? Why am I dating Higa now? That's like a fucking jump. But anyway, now we're in Higa's route. With so many new tasks to handle, time flew by in a blur. And also, usually the title card transition, right, for them is really pretty. Higa's was not good. Like, you did the man a disservice. First of all, he's not really impressive to begin with as a character. Isaka is, like, way hotter, even if he's a douche. Okay? Higa's just there. He's got side character energy. You made him a main character, and then you didn't even do his title cards justice by making him pretty like everybody else's. Everybody else's are good. And Higa's are bad. That was a bad. No. God. Ugh. Oh, this is going to be an utter disappointment, isn't it? I really want to see what the outcome is. I really want to be like, yeah, no, this route just didn't need to be here. I hated it. Or like, I was just bored with it. Or if I'm going to be like, my God, it was the best one. Even if I'm like really not impressed with Higa at all. Interesting. With so many new tasks to handle, time flew by in a blur. And then the route ended, and Higa and I are together, and we're good. Okay, bye, guys. See you next time when we start Liquor Daddy. We can only hope this route is short, like Yofi. Yofi at least was entertaining. He's not my type, but he's entertaining as shit, so still a good route. I really hope this one's short like that, though, because, like, I don't want to be here. I mean, like, I'm curious, but really? Ugh. I don't know. And even though Tainaka was so touchy, I still couldn't figure him out. Living with him was stressful. I found myself sighing a lot, even when I was alone, and we're still living with Nori, and then you're gonna... No, you can't do this. No fucks given about Higa if you got Nori around. After getting through the work week, I'd typically sleep until noon on the weekends. One Saturday, when I didn't have any plans, I wish, my body is still like, hi, it's 8 a.m., let's wake up! Stupid brain, no! I decided to go to a newly opened cafe in the neighborhood because the weather was so nice. Oh, going out. See you later. You can't put Nori in this route and... No, you're ruining it, game. I already don't care for Higa. Tainaka waved goodbye with a bright smile. And then you've got Nori dangled in front of me, being his, like, useless self, but adorable. The afternoon sun embraced me with its warmth, and I stretched my arms out high above my head. We're gonna run into fucking Higa at the cafe. Feeling a bit out of shape, I went for a power walk around the neighborhood. After my walk, I diverted to the park to rest. I sat on a bench shaded beneath the beautiful green trees. Because it was a weekend, there were many families with their children in the park. I immersed myself in the comfortable bustle and looked around. Comforting bustle. Yep, there's baby Higa. Okay. There was a sandbox separate from the other playground equipment where a small boy was playing all by himself, again. I remembered seeing that boy playing alone when I strolled by the park recently, too. As I began to wonder why, I saw a larger boy step into the sandbox. Hey, you're always here alone, aren't you? Hey, say something! You can hear me, can't you? Rude, maybe the poor kid is hearing impaired. The smaller boy didn't pay attention to the other boy at all. He looked away and kept playing in the sand. I mean, they make him adorable. He's cute, but it's still like, ugh, I hate it when they force babies on me. Although, to be fair, I still don't want to be a stepmom ever in reality or in these games, but at least he's not as annoying as a whiny baby. It's like, he's probably going to be cute as shit, and you're going to be like, no, we'll have to protect this child. You're going to make me want to protect this damn kid, but I don't want to be here. I don't want to date Higa, and I don't want to fucking be a stepmom. And bullshit, it's like his little brother. Higa, you're like fucking 30. There's no fucking way you have like an 8-year-old brother. Give me a break. Unless your dad's a whore and, like, your mom died and he married, like, a way younger woman. But, like, seriously? Come on. The bigger kid's face scrunched up. He kicked up a shower of sand and stomped even closer to the small boy. You don't have a mom, huh? She threw you away, that's what I heard. Poor little baby. Okay, okay. I do not like kids, but don't say that to this poor child. Now I'm gonna have to throw hands at this big kid. I'll beat a kid. Big kid's being a dick. I'll smack him. Damn it, I hate this game. I only hate it for making me, like, want to defend a child that I don't want. You're making me defend this child that I didn't want. This game's forcing them. Damn it! Even though they were just kids, I couldn't let that one slide. I got up from my bench to scold him, but the smaller boy leapt to his feet. He's gonna be scrappy, huh? She didn't throw me away! His little voice boomed as he moved toward the taller boy. Did she die? Oh, dear God. Do we have to deal with a man with a dead fucking wife and a child? Oh. Oh. I mean, it's good drama, I guess, but... What's your problem? Ah! The larger boy cowered and backed away, but tripped over the edge of the sandbox. Ah! All of his aggression melted away. Tears streamed down the bigger boy's face. Notice the little kid did nothing but stand up and be like, shit, throw me away! And then that kid fucking chickened out. Bullies are big whiny bitches. It hurts! Mama! How'd you calling for your mommy, you big pussy? It's me making fun of you. Listen, if you're gonna roll up on this tiny kid and be an asshole, you deserved it. Also, what a fucking whiner. You're gonna come making fun of this poor little kid and then cry because you hurt yourself? I mean, legitimately, if you're a kid and you hurt yourself, you should cry. Sure, it's okay. But, like, don't be a dick about it. I mean, being mean to the little kid and then, boo-hoo, I got hurt. I don't feel bad for you. You deserved it. That's karma, bitch. Spacey bullying children in a game. Okay. Oh. The smaller boy blinked rapidly as he stood there at a loss, his eyebrows drawn up. The mother of the boy who fell rushed over, and then she's going to say this kid attacked her. Hey, what did you do to my son? She wrapped her son in her arms and shouted at the small boy. Where are your parents? They need to take responsibility for this. Maybe you should take responsibility for your kid being a douche. This is where we jump in and say that. Maybe you should take responsibility for your kid being a bully. He backed up and tripped all on his own, and he's a cunt to boot. He deserved it. He doesn't have a mom, and his dad won't play with him, so he's always alone at the park. Okay, well, if your dad is Higa, then I'm very disappointed that he won't play with you. Maybe he's just, like, busy working and, like, whatever. Oh, really? I suppose it's no wonder you don't know your manners, then. What a bitch! Oh, that's it. You know what, game? Fuck you for making me 2 seconds into this game being like, fuck, I don't want to be anyone's stepmom. I don't want fucking kids. And then 2 minutes later being like, I will beat this bitch down. Don't you talk to this child. This is my sassy lost child that I'm going to adopt. Fuck you. Take you out, bitch. God. I hate this game for making me do things that I don't want to do. Someone's got to defend this poor child, though. His face twisted with disgust. The little boy bit his lip and stared at the ground. I shot to my feet and jumped into the conversation. This woman crossed a line. Damn right she did, and you should have jumped up sooner, bitch! Oh, I hate the way this game makes me, but it's funny as shit. Oh. Who are you? Do you know this boy? She glared at me and I flinched, but when the boy's tiny hand clutched the edge of my shirt, I explained the whole scene. Huh? He just tripped and fell. Is that true? This kid's getting beat when he gets home for lying. She gripped her son's shoulders to speak directly to him, and he looked away. She must have figured it out from that. Oh, good, so you know your son's a lying little sack of shit. Excuse me, I'm very sorry about all this. Good for her, though. You know what, lady? Okay, I'm okay with you now. Because you're not that mother who's like, oh, my son didn't do anything wrong. I have video evidence of your son kicking that dog. Well, that dog obviously ran into his foot. My son would never. And it's like, you are a cunt. Open up your fucking eyes. No, she was like, you hurt my son. And we're like, actually, your son was being a dick. And then backed up and tripped and fell. And then she's like, Timmy, I swear to fucking God, I'm going to beat you when we get home. It's good for you. Go beat him. I mean, don't really beat your kids. It's a game. It's okay to say that, though. The mother forced her son to bow and apologize, and the two quickly left the park. She's probably had enough of his shenanigans. I realized I was actually more nervous than I first thought when I exhaled deeply. I turned toward the timid voice, and the boy smiled up at me. Stop it. They had to make him fucking adorable. Thanks, miss. Fuck you, bird! Bad bird! Bad! You're a bad boy! You know better! You should go downstairs. You don't belong up here. You just poopied, and you know better than to poop on my pants. You are being a very big fat fucking asshole lately, and I don't appreciate your attitude. I don't appreciate your attitude. You are a bad bird. You're a bad boy. You know better. You're not going to be allowed to come upstairs anymore. You know what? You're going to get locked in your cage, and you're going to get stuck in your cage forever. You're going to be a cage bird, and I will never talk to you and never play with you again. I'm not really going to do that, but I have to threaten him. Shh, don't tell him. Stop looking at me with those fucking cute eyes. You're a bad boy, and you know it. You know you're a very bad boy. You know better than to poop on my pillows, and yet you keep pooping on my pillows. And you know not to poop on me, and you pooped on me. It's only been 15 minutes. I made sure you went potties before we came up here. And you know where your spot is. You're being a lazy sack of shit. You're a lazy sack of shit. I love you, but you're a big fat asshole, and I don't like your attitude right now. I don't like your attitude. Your attitude is garbage. F. You failed today. You're going to take your treats away. No treats for you. No treats for you. And then my salad has carrots in it. I don't think you deserve any. That's not true. I'm going to give it to you because you need vegetables. And you eat your vegetables. But that's it. I'm going to make you eat your vegetables. He's like, joke's on you. I like carrots. You are. You're a big fat jerk. You know you're a big fat jerk. We don't like jerk birds. We don't. I love you. But I don't like your attitude. And you've been very naughty. You're very naughty. You had guests come visit, and then you had your grandma come visit? Like, why are you being a big fat jerk? And then I'm trying to tell you what for, and you're like, pet me. Ow. You know what? Not petting you, because then you just bit me. You don't deserve petties. You're a jerk. You do that one more time, and I'm going to chuck you downstairs. The benefit of being a bird, I could just grab you and throw you, and you'll fly. You'll be fine. You're mean. You ruined everything. Now we don't know where we are in the game. You just threw off the whole vibe. You're not the vibes, Mr. Neelix. You're not the vibes. I'm going to take your beak and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep your beak. You're nasty. You're a nasty bird. You're very mean. You don't get to bite just because you don't like it. You don't. No. Biting is nasty. I just knock you right off my leg, except for you just fly right back. And also your dagger toes are clenched into my fucking pants, so there's no way I can knock you off. I wouldn't actually knock him off, but I just want to be like, boop, and just kind of like, shoop, slip you right onto the floor, but you'll just fly right back because you don't know any better. Yeah, you's jerk. You's mean jerk. Don't know why you're a bad boy. You's very bad boy. You're lucky that wasn't a disgusting, runny, nasty poop. Otherwise, I would have chucked you downstairs, but it's still gross. These are my pants. I don't want poop on my pants. I don't want poopy pants. No poopy pants. So mean. Asshole. He's been a really bad bird lately. You've been very bad lately. You're not new at this. You're acting like you're new at this, but you're not new at this. I'm not petting you. Get away from me. I don't want to pet you. You're very mean lately. He's also very bitey. Keeping my hand in my pocket so I don't have to pet you. I'm not going to cuddle you either. You don't deserve it. It hurts me more than it hurts him, trust me. I have to say these things to him, and I'm like, God, I feel so guilty. I do, because you have cute face. You're adorable, but you're a jerk. So you get punished. And I can't throw you away right now, because you won't go downstairs. You'll just fly back like a boomerang. So no cuddles. No, I'm not going to put my hand out for you, because one, you're going to bite me, and two, you just poopied on my pants. You don't deserve it. Choose naughty boy. Choose naughty bird. You look like you're ashamed of yourself, and you should. And then I feel bad, because then he looks ashamed of himself. Oh, God damn it. All right, I'm going to ignore you and go back to playing the game, because you're giving me sad eyes, and then I feel guilty for telling you you're bad, but you're bad. What? You are. Stop. Oh, my God. 10 minutes later, I've been doing nothing but chiding my Brooke for being an ass. Oh, you're a jerk, but I love you. Anyway. Thanks, miss. That was literally the end of that scene. See, you made a scene in the middle of the scene. Jerkbird. We sat on a nearby bench together as the boys started talking, grinning all the while. I'm Hinata. Okay, I told you. He's only 5. I'm Hinata. Hinata Higa. I'm 5. Told you it's Higa's fucking kid. The last name Higa caught my attention. They look alike! Tsukiko. What voice did we give him? Did he just have a normal one? I don't even remember. I don't think he was special enough to get a decent voice. I really don't. Whatever. My name is Tsukihiko. Tsukihiko's really hard to say. Higa, not sure how much direct contact I'll have with you, but I'm looking forward to working with you. He's normal, because he gets the side character voice, because he seems like a side character. The mild-mannered man that I was introduced to at Tempesty had the same last name, and they have the same hair. But it could just be a coincidence. I introduced myself to Hinata. Okay, Miss Beezy, it's nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me. That bad feeling I had before is all gone now. After what happened, I knew he was still upset, no matter how much he smiled. But trying to console him here for too long felt like meddling with his family's affairs. I simply smiled back at him, and Hinata began to open up. My mommy died when I was born. Oh, dear God. And then we're dealing... Oh, the poor kid trauma. And then fucking Higa fucking... having to raise a kid all by him. There's no way it's his brother. Give me a fucking break. They're not going to go 2 brother routes. Well, okay, that seems weird, because that's not what I meant. But they're not going to be like 2 characters that work at Tempesty of brothers in their routes. You know what I mean? That's why it's just me and Dad now. So what the other boy said about him not having a mom was true. And it's like your mom abandoned you. She died, kid! That's so rude! Which we figured anyway. And I doubted that it was the first time he'd been teased like that. But I don't feel lonely. I love my dad. He's the best. He's always working really hard. Yoshioka's kind of a dick to make Higa work so fucking hard when he's got a kid. Just throwing that out there. And he's great at dancing. He's so cool when he dances to Blade Mask's ending song. You know... Blade Mask, a live-action show popular among children. And now I'm just... Okay. I hate this. Can we just end right now? I hate this. I hate this because here's this child, this sassy lost child, talking about who we know, Higa, who we know is his dad. Okay, we know. And he's just talking about him, he's so great, and you're like, okay, Higa's way more interesting right now from this little boy's perspective than anything that they have ever given us ever. And I hate it because we literally are like halfway through this part, and I'm like, you're making me like him. Stop it. I'm just picturing that, like, boring-ass side character man dancing around to an anime theme song. And you know what? It's kind of amusing. I am amused by this. All right. Okay, game. Game was like, we're going to make Higa boring as fuck and basic as fuck. And then we're going to turn it around and, like... And, you know, there's people who were like, I'm totally here to be stepmom. And me, I'm like, you gave me all the things that I hate. But you're going to make his character interesting, aren't you? I should be happy about that, but I'm mad because the game's like, haha, fuck you, everything you said is wrong. You were like, this is going to be boring and I hate this, and 5 minutes in, you're like, you know what, maybe we're okay with this. They make me look like a liar, and I don't like that. game is making me look bad. Blade Mask was a popular anime for children. The ending theme song and dance were extremely popular with kids, and we posted many stories about it on Astarcy.
Dad's also great at singing and cooking, and he's always really nice.
You know, first of all, the child hero worship of their dad could be problematic when your dad's a douche, but like, Higa's probably actually like a wonderful human being, and this is totally warranted and justified, and you're like, so it just makes it, fuck, my cold dead heart is starting to like do this weird beat thing, and it's all warm and fuzzy, and I don't like it. Hinata babbled proudly about his father. It's fucking adorable. They're making me like this stupid kid. Damn it! I mean, listen, I don't like kids, but we know every single time there's a sassy lost child in a game, I'm like, we are adopting this child and we will protect it. It was adorable, and it naturally brought a smile to my face. It really is, and I hate that it makes me smile as well.
Oh, I have to go home now.
I don't hate kids in games or anything as much as I do in real life. Like, no kids in real life. God, no. Don't make me hold your baby. I don't care about pictures of your baby. I don't care about talking about your kids. You know what I mean? But like, kids in games, whatever. I still don't want them forcing babies on me in games where it's like, now you're married and you're going to get pregnant. No, stop that. Stop it. No. You ruin it for me. The whole like stepmom thing like this, they don't do it a lot to the point where it's like, no. No, I don't like this, but when done right, I could deal with it. And like right now, I don't hate it. And I hate that I don't hate it. Not my favorite trope. And if it was not here, I would not complain and be like, you know what we need more of? Stepmommy. I want to be a stepmom. We need more kids. No, I will never say that. But at the moment, I don't hate it. Would prefer it to be different, but it is what it is. So we're going to take it in stride, and maybe it won't be so bad. Because this kid isn't that bad. This is a good kid. And I'm with her, wanted to step up and like literally kick that bully in the fucking face. So, yeah, alright, I get it.
Oh, I have to go home now.
Hinata looked at the park's clock and swung himself off the bench. I offered to walk with him, and then we're going to find out Higa's his daddy.
Walk me home? Nah, it's okay. It's right over there. Thanks for today. Bye-bye.
Hinata waved at me and left the park. Watching him go left me with a warm, fuzzy feeling. Oh yeah, we're already fucking falling in love with our future stepchild. Later that night, right when I was about to take a bath, I noticed we were out of shampoo. I decided to go buy some and called out to Tainaka.
Huh? Shampoo? Allow me to get it for you.
I appreciated his offer, but it wasn't that late, and I was planning to go out anyway. I've been wanting to buy some face wash and makeup, so I told him I could handle it.
Oh, okay. Well, be careful out there.
Again, though, seriously, and then you dangled Nori in my face, and like, I've already got one adorable child that I have to take care of. I don't need another. While I was heading to the drugstore, I passed the same park as before, and I noticed a familiar boy walking towards me from the other side.
Oh, miss!
Hinata ran up to me, beaming and carrying a plastic bag from a convenience store. Also the fact that, like, Higa just lets his 5-year-old wander around a fucking city. Does nobody watch this child? I already have a fucking stray pupper doodles I brought home. I gotta bring a stray kid home? Damn. Just collected all the strays up in here. I wondered what he was doing out at this late hour. I mean, they let us do this shit back in ye olde days. But, like, kids weren't getting kidnapped and shit, and it wasn't the... It was back in ye old 1900s. Okay? But there was a point where you were like, you're gonna let your kid go what? No, watch out. They're gonna get kidnapped from your front fucking lawn and shit. And then you're just gonna... This kid's 5. What the fuck? I mean, were we like 5? Like, what? I'm pretty sure when my sisters were little, before I was born, my sister was like 4 and my other sister was... No, my sister would have had to been like 5 or 6 with a 2-year-old in tow when we were like on vacation or whatever. There was this other family that lived nearby that my sisters would go play with, and they would just like walk down the street by the beach or whatever. I'm like, bye kids, whatevs. My parents gave no fucks. Boomer parents gave no fucks about the Gen X kids. It was like, bye bitches, have fun. See whatever happens. If you come back, whatever. Fun. You might never come back, but whatever. So, like, seriously, like, not surprising, but like in this day and age, you'd be like, you're gonna let your 5-year-old wander the city? And it's like, you did let 2-year-olds wander around, but yeah, well, whatever. But like, times have changed and shit's fucked up. Way more fucked up now. Like, what the fuck? This kid's way more. I am way older than this child, and I don't want to walk around the city by myself. This child's doing it? Fuck. Balls of steel.
I just remembered the daycare told us to bring a rag tomorrow. I was gonna ask Dad, but that means he'd come home even later. So I went shopping by myself.
Self-sufficient little motherfucker. Hinata clearly didn't want to burden his father. That's so sad and so adorable, but also sad. He's like, if I asked Dad for one, he'd stop at the store and it would take 10 minutes. So then by the time he got home, he'd be home 10 minutes later. But I really want to see him, so I don't want him to get... Oh. Also, we've been home. It's a weekend. The fuck is Higa doing working on weekend? Seriously, Yoshioka, do you not know that this man has a kid that he's trying to take care of? Like, you're kind of a douche making him work this much. To be fair to Yoshioka, I want to be a dick to him, but like, you know, I don't know why, but it's like your boss is making you work on weekends when you have a child. To be fair, Higa's probably like, no, I need the extra money to support my kid and like whatever. And then like, so Yoshioka's like, whatever, pick up extra shit, do whatever. You know what I mean? It's probably helping him out. You could just give the man a raise. He is like your right-hand man, isn't he? Like, dude, pay the man. Anyway. But even so, no 5-year-old boy should walk around this late at night. He could get kidnapped or hurt in some kind of accident. I told him he shouldn't do this.
I'm sorry.
Hinata stared down at his little shoes dejectedly. Oh, stop it. See, we just chided him for doing something wrong and he's looking all sad. This is when I yell at my bird and then he looks at me all sad. And guess who took their hand out of their pocket and whose bird is snuggled against their hand right now? Yes, me. Inadvertently did this at some point and I don't remember doing it. The power those little sad eyes have on us. You don't deserve this.
Yes, you do. Even though you pooped on me and you're a jerk, I still love you. And you deserve all the snuggles and cuddles and treats because you're the bestest boy, even if you're a jerk. You're a jerk for 5 minutes, but you're the bestest boy the rest of the minutes.
I immediately regretted scolding him when he'd been trying to be considerate.
No, I understand. Thanks for worrying about me. Okay, I'm headed home now.
Hinata started running back home, but I stopped him. Even if his home was nearby, I couldn't let him walk alone.
Huh? You'll go with me?
Are you sure? And that's where we're going to run into Higa? It was true we'd only just met today. I still wanted to walk him back. If Hinata said no, I couldn't force him.
It's okay. Thanks. Yay!
Wait a minute. I fucking figured this shit out. Well, obviously, we know Higa's his dad, okay? So, I'm sitting here like, we're picking up strays. No! Baby Higa's picking up the strays! He's like, I'm just out wandering around hoping that lady's out. Oh, there she is! Okay, cool. And then we're gonna run into Higa and he's like, totally picked up a stray mom for me. Gotcha, Dad. Oh, we're the stray that this child just adopted on behalf of his dad. I put my remote down and it bumped into my leg. Because I only have one hand and my guide darkened, even though we don't need it right now. So I was trying to... Anyway, doesn't matter. Oh, he's picking us up as the stray for his dad. Oh, it's a setup. Hinata took my hand with a smile, and it made me happy too. Yeah, no, we've already fallen in love with this child. But even if Hinata felt safe with me, it didn't change the fact that I could look suspicious. With that in mind, I pulled out a business card from my wallet and gave it to Hinata.
What's this paper? What does it say on it? Your name and your company, and you want me to give this to my dad? Okay, I'll give it to him when he comes home.
That would at least communicate who I was to Hinata's father. If something were to happen, he could contact my workplace.
Come on, this way!
Hinata led the way as I walked him safely back home. I thought we were going to run into Higa as we dropped the kid off. Now Higa's going to call us.
Yes!
It was the Saturday after I gave Hinata my business card. Higa probably, he knows who we are. He's met us before, and he's like, especially because my business card has a Starcy on it, and he's like, don't say anything. Maybe she doesn't realize. I met Hinata again in the park. I love how we're in Higa's route. We haven't seen hide or hair of him, but we've seen Mini-Me.
Be sure to watch me, okay?
He started climbing up the stairs of the slide and waved to me from the top.
Here goes. Ready? And...
They show him sliding as if the slide isn't backwards. He slid down quickly and jumped up when he reached the bottom. I clapped for him, and Hinata smiled bashfully.
Oh, I know. We got snacks at daycare. I brought some with me. They were so yummy. I'll share some with you.
Hinata unzipped his backpack, which rested against the side of the slide.
Hold out your hand, okay?
I held out my hand to him, and he placed an animal-shaped hard candy in it.
I'll give you the rabbit one. Mine's the giraffe.
I decided the next time I visited the park, I should bring some candy. We enjoyed the candy together until Hinata looked up at the clock.
Oh, I have to go home now. Hey, when can we meet again?
We're just becoming best friends with this random child.
Next Saturday? Okay, I'll wait here.
Okay, so Hinata goes home, right, after that day and was like, here, and gives his dad the business card. I met this strange lady in the park, and then she walked me home because I went out to buy, a rag because I didn't want you to go out and I wanted you to come home. And here's her business card. He knows who we are, and then this kid's always talking about the random lady at the park. And he goes like, what the fuck is this project? To be fair, he goes probably He basically found himself a mom. My son found himself a stray mom. Sure, whatevs. Hinata waved his hand vigorously before leaving the park. I mean, okay, I gotta be honest. The second the kid popped up and he had a Sprite, you were like, oh, Higa's got a kid. I don't think that realization really should have bypassed anybody until the point where the kid said his name. And then if you didn't catch it from the second the kid had a Sprite and you didn't go, Higa's got a motherfucking kid. All right, this is child. From the fact that they look alike and the fact that there's just a kid in this route with a Sprite. Okay, if you didn't know, that was obvious. By the time the kid said his name, it's obvious. But I do think it's funny that they're dragging out the revelation, the reveal, oh, and it's we already know, game, just get to it. But a week passed, and on the day I promised to meet Hinata again, there was an emergency that forced me to go into the office. When I had finished a good portion of the work, Oe called out to me, that's so sad because now this kid thinks we abandoned him.
Thank you so much. You're a lifesaver. I can do the rest myself. Spacey, you can take the rest of the day off.
I took Oe up on her offer and left early. I'd be like, fuck you, I don't get paid to work on Saturdays. Sometimes I have to work on Saturdays and I fucking hate it. And I sit there the whole time I hate everything. I don't like working Friday nights and Saturdays. Especially when Saturday's supposed to be 2 hours and then they waste 4 hours of my fucking time. I'm like, my whole weekend's fucking over at that point. What the shitballs? The sky had turned bright orange. I hurried to the park, knowing I was already late. I didn't have Hinata's contact information, so I had no way to tell him I couldn't go to the park that day. He's just going to be sad and lonely. I assumed he would have left already, but I looked for him in the park just in case. The playground equipment was usually crowded with kids, but nobody was there. I was just about to leave when...
No, let me go!
I heard a familiar voice nearby. I raced in the direction it had come from.
I'm not going home until she comes!
And we're going to pan over and... Come on, Hinata, knock it off! I found Hinata and he goes, "Aw, Dad. Oh, Miss Amasawa. It was the same Higa I met at Tempesty."
Miss!
This is so adorable. He loves his dad so much, but his dad's like, "Come on, let's go." And he's like, "No! She promised!" This kid has abandonment issues. Like, I mean, to be fair, you never met your mother, but you've got this, like, my mom like, especially with all the kids who tease him and say, "Your mom abandoned you." His mother died! Don't make this poor kid have a complex. He probably already, like, is sad about the fact that he never got to meet his mother and she died. And, like, then you got kids like, "Your mom abandoned you." And then we weren't there, and he's like, "I have been abandoned." Oh, dear. While I remained dumbfounded, Hinata dashed over and hugged me. "Hinata, don't bother Miss Amasawa."
Oh, I'm not bothering her. You came to see me, right?
I'm sorry, Miss Amasawa. I hope he hasn't caused you any trouble. I shook my head and Hika's face relaxed. I see. That's a relief. Well, I might as well introduce myself again. I'm Hinata's father, Tsukihiko Higa. The father of Hinata! He raises his son by himself while working full-time at Tempesty. Like, don't make me like this, man. I don't... What is wrong with me? I hate these games. We're gonna stop playing Otome games completely. Like, we're done. I can't do this anymore. Where all of a sudden it's like the himbo character. I love the himbo character. I love the labradoodles. Why am I all of a sudden like, seeing them together like this is kind of adorable, and I don't hate Higa. And I really just... There was no reason to hate him. I was just like, why are you giving us boring, basic as fuck side character? Seriously. I mean, to be fair, his little rumpled suit, and he's just... You didn't give him any kind of, like, flair. He's basic as... He's, like, side character coded. So, like, what the fuck? And, like, you put... Again, look at Asaka. He's a side character. So much more flair and just the little... His pixie ears and his little floofy curls. And then poor Higa just looks like rumpled, boring side character. And I do not want to be a stepmom. I don't like kids. And then you gave me dad route, and I'm like, I'm kind of here for this. I don't like it. What are you doing to me? I don't like it. I don't know who I'm becoming playing these games. Listen, I was okay when the game made me want to be a brother fucker, okay? I don't know what happened, and I'm like, listen, some shit happens, but this, I don't know if I can stand for this. I'm gonna go have an existential crisis after this, but, like, just seeing them together, and I was like, why am I, like, warming up to the, oh, this rout's gonna make me eat my words. That's what it is. I don't want to be proven wrong about, like, Higa's rout's gonna be boring and be like, why is this the best one? And it's just the one that I should just really not enjoy at all because I don't like kids, but yet here I'm here for it? What the fuck? I don't like what these games are making me. I don't recognize myself, and I don't know. Oh my god. Anyway. Higa bowed politely. I was surprised when I got your business card from Hinata. I wanted to contact you right away, but I couldn't find the time. Now that I think about it, I could have sent you an email. I'm sorry. I was just as surprised as he was. Girl, you should not have fucking been surprised. I did think of him when I heard his last name, but I couldn't believe he was actually Hinata's father. Sounds like you've played with Hinata a few times now. I heard you promised to meet him today too, right? I'm sorry for making you come all the way out here. Higa bowed again, but I insisted that it wasn't an issue. He looked so over this shit. So funny. The man looked so tired. I was suddenly called into work, so I was the one who made Hinata wait for me. I apologized for it.
Hey, if you two are gonna talk, how about you do it there?
After we bowed to each other, Hinata pointed to the bench. Hinata's like, I'm setting this shit up. This kid is a mastermind. Evil genius. Higa and I both laughed and our eyes met. If it's all right with you, would you mind talking with me for a bit? I sat down with Higa on the bench as a pleasant breeze blew past us. After Hinata ran toward the slide, Higa started talking. This kid is like, I met a nice lady in the park who stood up for me and like, could use a mom. I got the hookup going. That's why when he's like, yeah, you could totally walk me home, hoping that his dad would show up right away. He has been orchestrating this the whole time, this little fucking genius. Which I just find hilarious. He probably hasn't, but at the same time, I want to just imagine it because it amuses me. I heard about everything from Hinata. What happened at the park, how he went shopping at night alone. He seemed to really enjoy playing with you. I'm sincerely grateful. But did any of it inconvenience you? Higa's brows drew together anxiously, and I assured him it was no trouble. Spending time with Hinata was almost therapeutic for me. If possible, I wouldn't mind playing with him again. Oh, really? And that's good. When he's got this little soft face, he's not terrible. I mean, they could have done something better with his hair or something, because it's just there, but like... They gave him the, like, rumpled suit and, like, bland hair treatment. But, like, face-wise, he's still adorable, I guess. But Higa looked relieved as he smiled slightly. We gotta give him a little bit of a glow-up. You know what I mean? We gotta be like, can we just, like, brush your hair a little? You know? We're not in high school. You're not the high school football star or the high school basketball guy. You know what I mean? This is, like, high school rumpled haircut. You know what I mean? Where it's just a little tousled and it's a little messy. Like, you didn't bother brushing it. We got a little bit better. In the next moment, Hinata ran over to us from the slide. Dad, I'm hungry. Of course, it's getting late. Let's go.
Yay, we're eating out today, right? Hey, let's go together. That's okay, right?
Oh my god, and this kid's arranging a date. This kid has basically betrothed us. This is funny. The offer warmed my heart, but I didn't want to interfere with their plans. I told Tainaka not to make dinner for me in case I ran late, but while I was thinking about how to respond... If you don't mind, would you like to join us? I'd like to treat you to dinner to thank you for all you've done for Hinata. His genuine smile made it impossible for me to turn him down.
Yay, let's go!
This kid has got us This motherfucking kid. He's orchestrated this whole thing. He's fucking puppet mastering us. Hinata held my hand as we walked to a family restaurant in the neighborhood. All right, you know what? Oh, we're still on... Nope, never mind. I saw skip red on the bottom. I'm like, am I still on skip red? I'm not.
Come on, I don't trust you. You were sitting there quietly for a little while, but since you pooped on me 15 minutes in, and now it's been another like 30 minutes, I don't trust you anymore. So I'm going to give you breaks. Because you were getting all stretchy. You got to go potties this time, not on me? That's a good boy. Who's a good birdie? I'm giving you my hand to get you back. You're a good boy now. See? That's where we poopies. Not on mommy's pants.
Jerk.
You're still going to be a jerk forever. I'm going to call you a jerk in an hour.
And he's like, I don't remember 5 minutes ago, so I'm not sure why I'm a jerk. He's like, I don't get it.
You don't. I could tell you in a nice voice, yeah, I'm going to rip all your feathers out, and then I'm going to stuff you, and then we're going to make a turkey out of you. Yes, I am. And you'd be like, she's saying nice things.
And I could yell at you with an angry voice and tell you, you're the goddamn best bird ever. And
he's like, she's yelling at me.
You don't know. You only know tone of voice.
What? What? You're okay now. I still think you're a big fat jerk, but I love you, even if you are a big fat jerk.
I do want to squish you, though. I want to squeeze you. But, like, it's love squeezes. I just want to squeeze you because you give me cute aggression sometimes. Sometimes just normal aggression because you're a big fat dick, but...
What? Hook up snugs if you want.
Anyway, at the restaurant, most of the customers inside were families, thanks to it being the weekend. Hinata opened the menu and began searching through the kids section.
A hamburger?
Or fried shrimp? That's a weird choice for kids. I mean, maybe in Japan, but it's like, could you imagine a United States? Like, most kids that I have ever been around, family, otherwise, whatever, have never been like, fried shrimp, hamburger. It's like hamburger, chicken fingers. Like,
I picked the fried shrimp. What are you picking, Dad?
Seafood Doria sounds good to me. Miss Amasawa, have you decided what you want? After I nodded, Hinata pressed the call button for the staff.
I'll order for both of you.
I remarked that I was impressed with how polite Hinata was. Higa laughed softly. You know, actually, to be fair, you are doing a good job raising your kid all alone by yourself, making a nice, well-behaved child. So I'm just saying, because you know, yes, he goes to daycare, but like, you know, for the fact that you're busy working all the time and you're not a stay-at-home dad, you know, kids are hard. They're assholes. This is a good kid. If he was an asshole, we wouldn't want to be here, you know? It's probably my fault. Hinata tends to try to act more grown-up than other kids his age. Sometimes I worry that I push him too hard. Higa squinted as he watched Hinata recite our orders to the waiter. Personally, I thought Hinata just wanted to earn the praise of his father.
Dad, did I do the ordering right?
He sure did. That was great. Thanks, Hinata.
You're welcome.
Okay, they're making me love this stupid fucking kid and I hate it. I'm gonna be going through this whole route. I hate this fucking route. This route sucks. Just because, know that when I'm like, I hate this route, it's because I'm actually enjoying it and I hate that it's making me enjoy it. Existential crisis is strong here.
Oh, I had to do the spot the difference puzzle. I'm gonna find all of them today.
Hinata leaned forward, only inches from the menu, peering at the puzzle. With Hinata's concentration elsewhere, Higa hesitantly spoke up. I know I should spend more time with him, even more so to make up for the lost time with his mother. But there are times like today when I have to go to the office on the weekend. Again, Yoshioka's kind of a douche for making this happen. My parents do what they can to help, but even then, Hinata always ends up spending so much time alone. He's still so young, but I've put him through so much already. I'm gonna end up being a stay-at-home stepmom, aren't I? Listen, if you can afford to keep me at the lifestyle I'm accustomed to, which is basically just living in like a studio kind of apartment with a pupperdoodles. Hey, I come with a home chef who is also like a labradoodle. So I'm just saying, that's not a bad deal for Higa, you know? Anyway, did I read he's still so young, but I put him through so much already? Okay. Oh, and then he looks all sad and sorry for himself, and I'm kind of here for it. Like, I'm here for this little pity party sad man. Damn it. Well, okay, I kind of do every once in a while when they get all like, oh, I'm a little sad and pathetic. When they get pathetic, kind of here for the pathetic ones every once in a while. Nori was a little pathetic every once in a while, and I was here for it. Other games when they're pathetic. Are you crying? Cry more. I like it. I like it when you cry. You're beautiful when you cry. So that's not weird. So that's understandable. So thanks for making it feel a little sad sackish. That's helping. I still hate it. I just feel terrible about it. Oh, I'm sorry for talking about this. This all makes me look rather pitiful, doesn't it? Yeah, but I kind of like pitiful. I wasn't into the dad thing, but like, this dynamic is okay with me, and then you got a little pathetic, and more into it than I want to be. Oh, these games are going to make me need therapy. I could tell his smile masked an enormous amount of pain. I told him I wanted to help in any way I could. Thank you. His smile finally seemed to reach his eyes. Thank you for waiting.
Wow, it looks yummy.
After a little time, our food arrived. Hinata's excitement was infectious, and Higa and I both relaxed.
Let's eat!
You know, it's funny. I'm not sure Hinata's mother's genetics came to this party. His hair's a little bit lighter than Higa's, but it's basically like pretty much the same texture. You know what I mean? Like, and their eyes are the same color. So, like, was your mother involved in the process of, are you sure you didn't just spawn? Like, after rubbing his hands together in anticipation, Hinata started eating his fried shrimp. Shall we?
Thank you for the food!
After eating, Hinata thanked his father for dinner. His mouth, however, was completely covered with sauce, and I pointed it out.
Huh? I got sauce on me?
Hinata reached to wipe it off with his hand, but I was already wiping it with a napkin. Oh my god, we're cementing ourselves as his mother now. Oh, we're done for.
Thanks.
And he goes over there like, wife material. Listen, you could be wife material and not stepmom material, okay? But he is over there like wife and mom material. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, this man's into it. We just sold ourselves to him. Little did he or I know, I know, but these two don't, that this child has already arranged our marriage, and he's already like, got it. And he's over there, Hinata's over there like, my dad's gonna see that she's good mom material. I'll get myself a mom now. I get it. Sneaky little bastard. Higa watched us with gentle eyes and a relaxed smile. Oh yeah, no, Higa's totally fallen in love with us right now. I mean, to be fair, like, to him, like, you wouldn't want someone around your kid that doesn't like your kid or doesn't get along with your kid or, you know what I mean? So, like, we're not trying to be nice to the kid. We're just naturally doing this shit, and he's totally into it. We're gonna be married to this man in, like by the next part. Oh, sorry. It was heartwarming watching you two. Also, you gotta think Higa's like, I've never seen anyone mother my child because she doesn't have a mom, so. Higa's expression was filled with tenderness, and I felt so embarrassed I couldn't help looking away. We left the family restaurant and started walking back home.
Hey, can we meet again next Saturday?
I agreed hesitantly, warning him that I might be called into work again, and I didn't want to keep him waiting at the park. I was afraid to make any promises.
I know. How about you add Dad on Ring? That way you can call him anytime, right? This kid is an evil genius!
Okay, you know what? I can't be mad at this route forcing a kid on me when this kid is such a fucking little genius. He's evil! And in a good way. He's like, how about you add my father on Ring, and then you could become contacts, and then friends, and then fall in love and get married, and I found myself a mother! This kid is hooking us up, and we don't even know the con that's happening with this child, and it's amazing, and I love it. It's hilarious. I'm here for this. I didn't want to be here for this, but you got me, game. Fine. Spacey is here for the stepmommy route, all right? Because, like, this kid is orchestrating a puppet show over here. He's pulling all of our strings, and it's amusing as shit. But I'm sorry, Miss Amazawa. Feel free to say no. I'll explain to him later. Higa whispered to me so Hinata couldn't hear us. Poor Higa, are you used to being rejected? Like, you're just not, I'm sure you probably haven't tried to date. You know what I mean? Because you're busy with work and your kids, so you probably don't have the time. But even still, it would have taken you a while to get over your wife's death. You know what I mean? I'm assuming they were married, but, like, still, baby mama, whatever, wife, even if she was your girlfriend, whatever. It'd be hard to get over her death, so it would have taken a while, and then you got an infant and a baby. And then now that your kid's a little older, maybe you'd be considering trying to date, but you're so busy taking care of your kid and the work and everything. The work is so busy that you can't take care of your kid half the time, you know, that, like, I doubt you date, but you're probably also, even if the thought was in your mind, that there's probably women, oh, you have a kid. Oh, okay. And you know what I mean? So, like, You're just expecting us to be like, yeah, no, I don't want you to think. No, I have a mother-son relationship with your child, but you and I are not together. No, don't think that he got, and it's like, no, we're gonna bone you so fucking hard, sir. Like, so. And Spacey, as the one who does not like children and didn't want to be in a mommy route, is still gonna bone you so fucking hard, and we're gonna enjoy it. Because I really don't hate this route, and I'm mad at myself. Seriously? Okay, it's not what I expected at all, but you know what? They knew what they were doing with this game. Bastards. Anyway, I, for one, didn't see a problem with it and agreed we should exchange contact info. Aw, maybe Higa's always, like, nice to people at work, and they're like, oh, God, you? Because, like, let's be real, you do have side character energy, sir. I'm sorry. But maybe if they got to see your kid and, like, oh, the dynamic here, they'd be like, no, now you got more main character. You need to dress and look like a main character. You still dress and look like a side character, but the kid thing gives you main character energy. It's fine. Huh? Are you sure? I said that being with Hinata was fun, and if he wanted to play with me, then I wanted to be there for him. Thank you. Then if you don't mind. We took out our phones and registered each other's information on Ring. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I do like how this one's going. It's different. And, you know what I mean? Because we don't get a lot of, like, stepmommy routes. And I'm glad for that. I'm not saying more games need to do them. Please don't. But so far, for a type of route that I would be like, fuck no, I hate it. I don't hate it. It does make me like Higa a little bit better. And I was not looking forward to him the whole time. And when we met him, and I was like, really? This basic ass bitch? He's boring and basic. And I was like, no. For the whole fucking game. And then we got here and it's like, I mean, you're still like, they could have drawn you a little bit better. But I guess if you looked a little more put together and a little less rumpled side character, it wouldn't fit the vibe. Because you look a little, it's not that he's like slovenly or anything, but you look a little rumpled. You look a little like, you don't have like the sharp, crisp suit. Your suit looks a little worn. And it's not wrinkly or anything. It just, there's something about it. It's slightly between like my perfectly crisp, every suit and every line is perfectly pressed and perfectly fancy where you're like, oh. And then there's something about it. And I'm going to guarantee you there's no wrinkles. If you stood him next to Boss Babe, it's not like their suits would be drawn different, but Boss Babe just carries himself like suit professional. Sexy as fuck. And you're like, yeah, you are. And he goes like, I've been here for 16 years and haven't slept. And you're like, yeah, you are. Uh-huh. Yeah, you look tired. And he looks tired. And the hairstyle and everything, you're like, he looks a little rumpled. He looks a little tired. Like, did you fall asleep at your desk? Did you even, when you got home, did you change your suit? And you just kind of like brushed it out and then you went to work the next day? Like, did you brush your hair? Like, did you try? You know? You just look a little exhausted and rumpled. And that's exactly what he is. And it makes sense. But that gives like side character kind of energy more than like main character. Because the main characters are always like, I'm not sure what you're wearing and how that's work appropriate. But like, all right, fine. Okay. You know? They're always a little more put together. Or interesting. And like Higa definitely has side character energy where you're like, you're just some dude in an office that has a sprite in a game where we work in an office. But for all the other characters that we work with, why do you know what I mean? So side character energy coded. But like, so, but I can see why now, when it makes a little more sense now. Like, okay, because you're a little rumpled. Like, you're a little exhausted. You know what I mean? That you're like, I'm tired. I work a lot, and then I have a 5-year-old, and then, like, your wife died, and you got shit going on. So, like, you know what? All right, I'm here for it. I'm here for this. I hope the drama isn't going to be that then Hinata gets mad, like, you're trying to replace my mom! Because he seems like he's puppeteering this whole relationship. And I'm here for that, too. The devious little genius child. You know? This game bamboozled me, okay? It got me because I was ready to be like, oh god, Higa's route's gonna be boring as fuck, or like whatever, it better be good. And they gave me the things that I normally would not want, and so far I'm here for it, and I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna go get a drink because I need to contemplate all my life choices because what the fuck are we doing here? How did this happen? But whatever. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.